Greetings pilots, this is Kip McCoy bringing you another tutorial. Today's tutorial is on jump clones. Jump clones are clones of yourself which can be placed at stations all around the galaxy which allow you quick travel from one place to another. I was asked earlier today by Cedric what is actually required to get jump clones. Well, basically all you need is a standing with a corporation of 8.0 or higher. Obviously most of us aren't actually going to do that, even if we are mission grinding, which is going to take a fair while to do. So what I'm actually doing is on my way to Amari in space to install one with the Imperial Chancellor's office. The reason why I'm using the Imperial Chancellor's office is because, for whatever reason, we at Twilight Labs actually have a corporation standing of 8.62, I believe it is. You can have a look by yourself just by looking at your own standings and going into Twilight Labs, and you will find that we like the Imperial Chancellor, or are liked by the Imperial Chancellor, at 8.61. So whatever reason that is, that's why we're heading there. The place we're going is Akragan. It's Akhragan, and that's just the closest to Luminaire. So I'm on my way now. Once I get there, I'll continue the tutorial. Okay, so once we're here, we'll see that we've got a medical bay. So we'll just go ahead and open that up. Alright, the first tab where it says clone is just for your medical clone. We don't want anything to do with the medical clone at the moment. It is completely separate from the jump clone anyway, so we won't bother looking. What we're going to do is click on the jump clone tab and click on install. Then it'll ask, do you authorize payment for installing a jump clone at this station? The payment required is 100,000 ISK. So, yes we do. You will then see that I have a jump clone located at this station. So, now we won't need to jump to it. I'm not 100% sure about jumping to jump clones in the same station. There is a bit of debate about whether it does or does not work on the forums, so what we'll do is we'll just undock for now and we'll fly to another station and then jump from there. We'll just do it in the same system, so we're not going to take for ages, but I'll bring the tutorial back up once I actually dock. Okay, once you arrive in the station, what you want to do is jump out of your ship and get into your pod. Then open up your character sheet, open your training queue, and just pause your training. You can't actually be training while you jump clones, so just make sure you stop that. Just so I can show you, we'll just click on the Augmentations tab, and these are the implants that I currently have installed. I'm just showing you that I have them there for now. But when we click on jump clones, you'll see that I now actually have two jump clones. One's located down in LowSec, but this is the one that we just made. So we'll right click on that and clone jump. Make sure you are in your pod when this happens, otherwise you'll get an error saying you have to be in your pod first. Okay, so you'll see now that we've jumped to another station, and we've got because we don't have any ships there, we've got a nice little email saying, we're sorry to hear about your ship, here is a crappy velator for you. So we'll jump in it. No we won't, I'm going to trash it because I don't want it. Okay, so if we go to our character sheet now, you'll see we have our last clone jump was X amount of time ago, and the next clone jump is available in X amount of time. You can only do one clone jump per 24 hours, so just be wary of that. And also, if we click back on augmentations, you'll now see that I have no implants or boosters in effect. That's because they're in my old clone. But first thing we want to do, once we've clone jumped, is get back to our skills, open our training queue, and reapply our skill queue just so we start training again. Obviously, if you've jumped out of a clone that had learning implants or attribute implants, your learning time will actually go down because you're not receiving the benefits from any of the implants that you had in your previous clone. You can of course put new implants in this clone. Many pilots will have multiple clones, one for learning, one for mining, one for combat, for example, and they just jump between each clone depending on what they need and what implants they actually have. So what I'll do now is just undock, go back and grab my Atron, then head back to Luminaire, and I'll see you there. Okay, so here I am, back in Luminaire. Magically, a day has gone past. I'm back in my pod, ready to jump back into my new clone. So to do that, open our character sheet again. Once more, we have to open our training queue. Eventually. Pause our training. You can see in augmentations I still don't have any implants put in, but if we go to jump clones, we don't have a timer anymore because we're allowed to jump again. If you open up your old clone where you are, you will see all my implants are back there now. So making sure I am in my pod, which I am, I just right click on there and clone jump, and away I'll go. Timer's restarted, saying that my next clone jump can be in 24 hours. We want to go back into skills, open our training queue again, and reapply our skills. Because I've now got all my implants back in, all my learning implants, you'll see that my training queue has recalibrated itself so that my skills are back on track. So we'll just close that for now because we're done. And yet another email saying, sorry about losing a ship, here is another shitty velator. Now, as we do have a fair way to go to get back to Luminaire, I will actually go in my velator, not just in my pod. So, there we go, we'll just set a new course for Luminaire. Set destination. And away we go.